Hi guys, so if you're a content creator, this video is for you. If you're not a content creator, now that you've clicked the video, I'd appreciate if you stuck around and saw what I had to say, but this probably isn't for you, admittedly, okay? So, over the last year, I've been leaning into my creator education kind of output a lot more than I have done in the past. Obviously, I'm a guides guy, I'm a tutorials guy, I'm an explainers guy, like I like teaching people, and I've done that in the medium of video game guides for a really long time, but I've also got a career spanning 15 years of content creation and of working with brands and of getting viral videos and building relationships with other creators and all sorts, like all the facets of this industry. I've been there and I've done it, right? And this year, I've been really trying to find the highest surface area ways to transport that knowledge, that experience, and that expertise from my brain into other creators' brains to help build up their businesses. It's just something that I've been really passionate about and is a nice change from entirely being focused on video games all the time and instead being focused a bit more on the business side of things. And so I've been doing some one-to-one consultations, which has been really fun and really enjoyable for me and has also been really rewarding, like seeing advice that I'm giving being taken up and used to like multiply channel revenue, multiply channel views, etc. is really fulfilling. That's a very satisfying feeling. And it's just a really enjoyable experience as well as a longtime creator, being able to apply some of those methods and techniques that I've built for myself over the years to other channels in entirely other verticals, like not even gaming related necessarily. But the problem with those sorts of things is that a one-to-one is one-to-one. It is not one to many. There is not room for a larger surface area to be approached there or applied to there. And so I was sitting down and thinking, okay, well, like what's the solution to this, right? Like how do I get around this and try and make this info a little bit more actionable for more people at once? And so I got together with Pipeline, my friends at Pipeline. I got together with Stone Out in 64, who does a lot of this stuff. And I basically said to Stone, like, what can we do here? How can we combine these things? And that happened like several months ago, maybe the start of this year, maybe actually towards the end of last year. I forget exactly when we started that conversation. But what that has materialized into over the last several months of hard work, it's been a real labor of love, is a talk today that we're going to be doing July 29th. And if you're watching this video after July 29th, don't worry, it's okay. I'll explain what to do after July 29th in a minute. But the talk is today, July 29th. It's essentially an overview of what we feel are the essential pillars for success as a content creator. And we've designed this talk for free, by the way, this talk, for creators that are not at the very beginning stage of their journey, because the Pipeline membership, the Pipeline playbook already sort of covers that sort of thing. Like they've already built a product for beginner stage creators, so that's there. But instead, this is more focused on the kind of intermediate stage creators. Like if you've got a few thousand subscribers, maybe you've had success on a few videos, but a lot of your other videos aren't working still. Maybe you're a Twitch streamer who's got a couple of concurrents, like maybe, for example, you've got like 20 concurrents, 30 concurrents, 50, 80, 100, that kind of ballpark, instead of being around the sort of like 5 concurrents mark. Like that's probably going to be a little less than would be appropriate for this talk. Like it's going to be a higher level talk, I'd say. It's also for creators that are a little further than that even. So maybe you've got tens of thousands, or even I'd say like the low hundreds of thousands of subscribers, or you've got even more than that, but you feel like you've stagnated a bit and you've lost your kind of grasp on exactly where you need to take your channel direction. And similarly, maybe you've got like hundreds of concurrents on Twitch or hundreds of concurrents anywhere really, but again, you feel like you're missing something, some bit of expertise that's kind of a value unlock that's going to take you to the next level. Fairly diverse sort of spectrum of creators that this would suit, but it's just, to be clear, not for folks at the very beginning of their journey. For that, I would point you towards just the base level Pipeline membership. I'll link it in the description. And so the idea is for those people in that position that want to scale their business, they want to take their channel to the next level, they want to maybe find ways to post on other platforms, things like that, they can use all of the stuff that they're already doing in conjunction with all the stuff that we're going to be teaching them and training them with and all that sort of stuff, and like putting them on some serious kind of game. And by marrying those two things, accelerate the growth of their channels. Like, that's the idea. That's who we're designing this for. That's who we're trying to speak to in this talk. So if that sounds like you, I'd really encourage you to sign up. It's linked in the description down below. But there are obviously a few questions that you guys are probably asking. Number one of which is, what happens after July 29th, right? There's a lot of you that are probably going to see this video on July 30th. Wait, does July have 30 days? 30 days of September, April, June, and November. Okay, July has 31 days. We're good. So yeah, you might see this on July 31st. And you might be like, well, am I out of luck? No, you're not. Don't worry. So if you don't sign up today, you won't see the talk live today. And that will be a shame, because there's going to be a Q&A section and you can ask any burning questions that are as specific as you like and get those in the chat and we can answer them. It's going to be myself and Stone, and we'll have Snoopy there as well, who's got loads of experience in the sort of business of content creation. And so it would be really awesome to have you there and have you present. But if you're just seeing this later, or if you can't make it today, like maybe you'd love to be there, but you're just not available, I'd still highly recommend going through the flow and signing up. There's going to be just a register box, which is essentially just your name and your email. And that way we can email you out the VOD, because the VOD is not going on YouTube. The VOD is being kept for folks that have actually registered, because we want to make sure that like the people that are signing up are the right fit for this. But if you've signed up, then we can email you the VOD across and you can see what we've put together there, and you can see the talk and you can see what we've built and if you'd be interested in that and all that sort of stuff. But it all starts with you registering. Now, another thing that I know some people are going to say is like, oh, Milo, you're not even like posting loads of zombies content right now. So like, why are you talking about like growing a channel when you're not even focused on growing your own channel? And the reason for that, quite simply, is that you need to understand in the business of content creation, it is not always the best use of your time to just make another video. And over the years, I've become very aware of the fact that it's essential to balance what makes you happy with your health, with what makes you feel fulfilled, and also with what's interesting at a given time, right? And also with what's easy and what's hard. Like, all of those sorts of things are factors that you need to consider. And for me right now, yeah, I could pump out another zombies video, but the way that I style my zombies content requires, number one, for me to be much more upbeat and talking much more in the "hi guys" mode of speaking, which for the health problems I'm dealing with right now is much more difficult. So that's one factor. Another factor is it's an off year for zombies, and it's okay to take a break from something in that regard. Like, it's going to be really healthy to come back to zombies when we get the next tryout game, or even later this year with Modern Warfare 3. That's going to be a nice thing to return to instead of having been there 24/7 the entire time. And also, like, in terms of just being something new and a new challenge, I am loving this new area of business that I can do, which is tapping into expertise that I don't really want to apply right now in my own personal channel, because it's not particularly inspiring to me to do that at this present moment. It might be in 3 months' time, it might be in 6 months' time, but today I'm just really inspired by some other stuff, and so I'm leaning into that. So yes, I'm not posting super frequently about zombies right now. Occasionally, here and there, when there's big news, of course. But I just know that there's going to be some people in the comments that are like, hold on, you're not making videos, so why are you talking about making videos? But there's more to being a content creator than just continuously making the same thing over and over again. And sometimes that's absolutely the way to go. But other times, it's a really good idea to explore other things too. And I'm having a lot of fun. I've got to be honest, like, it's just something that's really driving me right now. So if you're umming and ahhing, and even if also you're not sure whether the talk is a good fit for you, or you're not sure whether some of the other stuff that we've built will be a good fit for you, just come along anyway. Just sign up. Link is in the description, like I said. I'd love to see you there, or at least I'd love to see you registered, so that we can reach out to you with stuff like this in the future if it maybe becomes interesting to you at some point.